Hi guys, welcome back. Let's get this volume all the way up so we can hear the spirit box. I'm just going to put it right here for now while I read this from the Hammadi scriptures. This is a part of the sacred Gnostic text. It's at the Gnosis. You could go to gnosis.org, I think, or gnosis.com. I am a Gnostic Christian. That's more closely related to like Coptic Christianity, which are those two, I would say, are the oldest forms of Christian thought. Gnosticism was started by Apostle Paul, Apostle John, and Mary Magdalene. She also was an apostle, but unfortunately the patriarchal versions of church, which would be the Orthodoxy and the Catholicism, they are a huge aspect of the mindset that is sort of like a male-dominated religion, when Gnosticism is the balance of both. It's female and male. We talk about Elohim, which is Father God, which is both female and male, meaning there's two parts, right? Masculine and feminine. And then, which would be the mother and the father. And then you also have, when they talk about the Holy Family is the Trinity. It's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is, in theory, the mother. Okay. So I was going to read this. This is, let me see. How can I identify this for you guys? This is the tripartite tractate. I know I'm saying it really badly, but it's the tripartite tractate. And this is part one. And so it's part one. It's page 6.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing. Okay, thank you.
Bugs that bite.
Bugs that bite. Okay, just gonna keep going here. It's called The Father's Plan, 61, 1 through 62, and 5. Again, I don't know how the way that they have this documented. It's not obviously like the Bible, so it's a little hard to explain. But anyway, it says, and this is what really hit home for me, and I'm going to use my Psalms cards today. This is, these cards are actually made by Rabbi Robert dos Santis Taxeria. He used to be a tarot reader, but he converted to Judaism and became a rabbi. And these are Jose?
Must stay.
Jose must stay. Okay. Josie or Jose? Okay. Josiah? Okay. Let's see. The Father's Plan. And this really hits home for me, especially at the end. But this is about identifying our parents, right? Our origin. So, for the reason the Father had also thought in advance that they should exist, not only for himself, but should exist for themselves as well, that they should remain in his thoughts as mental substance, but also exist for themselves. He sowed a thought as a seed, in order that he might understand what kind of father they have. He showed grace and provided the first form, and they might perceive whom they have for a father. The name of the Father he granted them by means of a voice calling out to them that he who is by that name, and possessing it, one comes into being.
Armadillo.
Attached armadillo. I was scrolling on Facebook and I saw this woman. I didn't click on it, but I saw what she had in her hand, and the little label that it was on, it was the point of view of her husband told her to get him something from the store and also to get herself something. Like, you know when someone sends you with their credit card somewhere and they're like, hey, can you pick this up for me? But you can get yourself something too. It was that kind of energy, and it was hilarious because she had an armadillo in her hand. So it made me laugh because as an autistic person, I need people to be more specific. When people are vague, misunderstandings occur, and I don't like to misunderstand people. And so when they're not specific, right, there's more of a chance that I'm going to misunderstand them. So anyway, I don't know why that came to mind. So I don't know if someone here has seen that that video online, or if that resonates for you, where, you know, the person, maybe you're in a connection or in relationships with friends, right? Where people sort of treat you like, oh, hey, can you get this for me, right? You're trying to be helpful, maybe.
Unearthed sins.
Unearthed sins. Yeah, like our sins are things that we're either aware of them, right? Or we're not. Because sometimes people are aware that they're doing something and behaving in a certain way that's not healthy for them or others. And then there's times where people don't realize, right? Anyway, let's continue. How exalted the name was, however, they did not realize. For as long as the infant is in the state of an embryo, it has what it needs without ever having seen the one who sowed it. For that reason, they had this only as an object to be sought after. They understood that he existed, and they desired to find out who the existing one might be. This is what God is talking about. I'm getting the chills. This is what God is talking about, or Jesus when he came. This was the Father's plan. Like, he understands that, again, it's just like a child being in an embryonic state inside the mother's womb. The child does not know or see or have any access other than inside the womb, right? The child doesn't know or see who the parents are until they are birthed into the world. They might hear the parents' voices. Many times, children, as they're growing in the womb, they will respond to their parents' voices. Dude, perfect. Okay, dude. Something about a dude. They will hear the voices of the parents, and then when they are born and they hear that voice, they suddenly become calm because they realize they are still in the presence of those that were caring for them long before they ever entered the world. And so we know, we recognize God, we seek God, we seek, you know, the oneness of God, where we all come from, right? But we actually aren't, we have never been given, we have never been shown fully, like in face, like face to face, of who our Father is. So it's this energy that, this is why we seek. This is why scientists search. This is why religious people are constantly searching for answers. Like, who is God? Where do we come from? That kind of stuff. So I'll just read that one more time. For as long as the infant is in the state of an embryo, it has what it needs without ever having seen the one who sowed it. For that reason, they had this only as an object to be sought after. They understood that he existed, and they desired to find out who the existing one might be. But the Father is good and perfect, and just as he did not close himself to them, so that they should remain forever in his thought, but granted that they should come into being for themselves, also in the same way he would gracefully allow them to understand who the one is. That is the one who knows himself eternally. So it's almost as if God, that line to me, it just almost reminds me of like, we first have to come, like what it's saying is we first have to come into being for ourselves. We first have to find ourselves. We first have to know ourselves, right? That would include like our strengths, our weaknesses, our flaws, the things that we have like sins or transgressions, right, that we have committed against others or even to ourselves. And so once we are able to seek that out and find who we are and really sort of flourish in that knowing, and that again, that takes a lot of courage and a lot of change. We cannot technically, in theory, find God if we don't know who we are. So God is giving us the opportunity to have life for ourselves. And in that process of having life for ourselves, if we seek him out, we will find him as long as we first find ourselves. Receive form in, okay, it says, who it is that is the one who knows himself eternally, right? receive form in order to know who the one is, in the same way as when one is brought forth here below. When one is born, one finds oneself in the light and is able to see one's parents. So like that's what I was just saying. When one is born, one finds himself in the light and is able to see one's parents. So when the child is born out of the womb, then you're able to see the parents. And I know this is going to sound strange, and you know, as humans, like we're in the physical reality. Many people call this the 3D. There is certain texts that mention this to potentially be the 5D, 5 dimensions, which would be the 5 senses. I know that's going to sound strange, but the 5 senses to me are, our senses are different types of dimensions, because it creates a dimension of this world. So really, in theory, we're experiencing this world in 5 dimensions, not 3-dimensional. And I know that's going to sound strange because a lot of scientists will say, oh, this is a 3D, this is a 3D world. Okay, well, really, from a spiritual sense, when you take the 5 senses, you're experiencing them in 5 different dimensions. When people don't have sight, they're only experiencing the world through 4 dimensions. So it depends on what dimension of ability you have in this life and what that's supposed to teach you. Do you have them all, or do you only have a few? And intuition is, in theory, the 6th dimension, and people don't utilize their intuition properly. That's what you call the third eye. The third eye. See, people get confused about language. When it comes to spirituality, if you just take the word Joseph. Okay, so someone named Joseph.
Get us.
Get us? Something about Joseph, dude. Jose and Joseph. Okay, J names. J names. Okay. Anyway, let me just get back to this. So when one is born, one finds himself in the light and is able to see his parents. Only the child, when the child is born and finally is able to open their eyes, are they visibly able to see the parents. So again, one of the things that's weird is that we're in the physical world. Like I said, again, I believe this is the 5D because we experience this space and time in 5 dimensions through our senses. Again, I might experience them in more of like a 6-dimensional form because I have a high intuition and I'm highly connected to the other side. I have gifts. I've been gifted since I was a small child. So when we die, so when we're born, we've died, we've come from the other side and we've died in a sense and come here. When we die here in the physical world, we are now going back to the place that we came from. It's like the infinity symbol. You do a cycle of life in one aspect of a different dimension, and then you come into the physical world and you experience life in that way. And in theory, the only way to...
Reflection in the mirror.
Reflection in the mirror.
Temporal.
Temporal, yeah.
I am there.
Temporal. So it's in the mind. Your mind, the reflection in the mirror. So what you see is what is temporary. And God is there. So anyway, I'm not gonna go into my whole thing about mirrors. I personally don't like mirrors. I think they only belong in the bathroom. Just my opinion, because mirrors have a strange, weird, paranormal connection to the other side. And anyway, so so this is one aspect of us as seekers of knowledge, seekers of the one, seekers of our Father. It's really important that we won't actually be able to fully see our Father until we have died and come back. Sorry, I have to adjust this. And go back to the other side where we come from.
Energy.
Energy, yes, the energy. Thank you.
The money.
The money? Yeah, the money. That's a form of energy as well. Okay. I'm gonna put this over here. I'm gonna pull this. I'll read from the booklet. Let me turn off my fan because I really hate that, like, flashing. It just bothers me. Some of you could be really tired. You could be struggling with money, low energy. You could be having migraines or headaches. Something about your pride being sort of like rocked. Yeah, look. Someone looks like they, like, look, they got stabbed. Look at them. I'll take both of them. All these different cards fell out. Justice upside down. So there's a balancing here. So that's the side of Mother Mary, and then I have Archangel Michael candle on the other side. So the wisdom from the Mother, or Holy Spirit, and then I will do protection.
Haunted doll.
Haunted doll. I hate haunted dolls. I don't like dolls. I don't like them at all. I used to have, my family had collected dolls. I even know we still have them. Okay, this was upside down. This looks like a washing bowl. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Psalms 26:6. Okay. That's this card. I wish it would just focus. Thank you. I wash my hands in innocence and walk around your altar, O Lord. So this is about cleansing. Archangel Michael, like a protection energy, right? God protectors, angelic protectors. They're asking of you to really find ways of cleansing. And water is the best way of cleansing, because water is a part of God that is God, if that makes sense. It's almost like the purest form of God that you could find is water. Don't get dirty, it says. So I don't know if there's behavioral things in your life, if there's choices, actions, decisions, mindsets, things that you say to people, words that you say, behavioral things, right? And that can make you dirty. So gotta watch out for that. It doesn't mean you're, a horrible person. It just means that you need to protect yourself from things that can, that harm you, right? Everything is energy, and I can't believe the spirit box
No, it's not.
said energy.
It's in the doll.
It's in the doll. Oh God, okay. I'm having a vision of the doll in my head. And it's interesting because I will say that I have a doll like that, except it's not my doll. It's a family doll. So some of you could have a doll. Some of you could be attached to some sort of negative energy that's attached to a doll that's been passed down in your family. For some of you. If you collect dolls, you have to be very careful about that. 16 dolls. Arriving. Okay, let me continue. Everything is energy. Every person, place, and thing you come across leaves an energetic residue, which may or may not have an effect on you. Positive residual energy fortifies your higher selves, and negative residual energy emboldens your lower selves. This negative energy, which can be likened to dirt, is essentially a form of spiritual pollution, or what they call zuchmach. I think it's zuchamach. Zuchama? I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. It's a Hebrew word, Wash your hands, that is, minimize and eventually eliminate your exposure to the pollutant so you can continue to carry out your spiritual work in the world. So this is a heavy for protection, because I was saying this is the side of Archangel Michael candle over here. So this is a huge aspect of, it's calling you to do a lot of cleansing, washing your hands, doing certain rituals. Like, for example, Muslims, they pray 5 times a day, but before they pray, they actually wash their feet, their hands, their face, they rinse out their mouth. It's a literal, cleansing to then enter that space of purity to pray. Jewish people, they do something similar. Sarah is a very Jewish name. Jewish people do something similar to that. I would say priests in churches or pastors, many times they do sort of like a cleansing or a washing before they begin to speak and assist others. You might, for example, right, you take a bath, you take a shower before you go out, before you go around other people. When you come home, you take a shower or a bath to cleanse yourself from the energy, the dirt, and the wind, anything that got on your clothing, right, your hair. Again, this is just being asked of you at this time. Okay, Psalm 64:8. So someone named Sarah, this message could resonate, or this is Sarah, the name might be a significant name in your life. 64:8. Okay. This is on the mother, so this would be the mother's wisdom. There's 2 cards. 64:8. God shall shoot them with arrows. They shall be struck down suddenly. You have 2 options.
I'm inside the truck.
So someone might be inside of a truck. Someone might own a truck. Inside the truck. Someone could have a doll in a truck. Sarah. I hope this is not, I know this is going to sound crazy, but I hope this is not a message about someone being kidnapped, being placed into a truck. I'm just going to put that out there. This could be an energy coming through that is referencing this, or somebody that was kidnapped and you have suspicions that this might have been the way that they have passed away. But if that's the case, if I'm just talking to one person or a couple people here, if that is the case, then whoever did this to them will be stopped, quite literally shot down. Whether that is, they're arrested and then they're harmed in some way inside of the prison, or they are actually, chased down by the police, by the FBI or whomever, and then shot down. There could be multiple people here. Or someone or a whole family was harmed and the child went missing, kind of energy. But again, these people won't get away with this, is all I'm going to say. So I'm going to continue the message. I'm not going to focus on that unless it continues to come up, but there's just something that came on my mind. You have 2 options. This is the mother's wisdom. Stop or suffer. How many times have we had like red flags or things that, people crossing our boundaries, or we're doing something and we know maybe we shouldn't be doing this. Like when you're younger and you take drugs or you drink alcohol or you're about to have sex with somebody. And you're like, should I be doing this? And if you even have a single doubt, then that means you shouldn't. If there's even a moment of pause in your mind for even just a split second, that's your intuition, that's God, that's Mother Mary, that's whomever you believe in that is telling you, please stop. Because look, it says stop or suffer. And this is the thing. Many times we don't stop. Even when we're speaking, we might respond, we might get really upset with somebody, like they really hurt our feelings, and we start going off on them, or we say something that we shouldn't have said, or we disrespect somebody. And if we had only just paused, we wouldn't be suffering. Or the other person does or says something that they regret. And if they had only paused for a minute and thought for a second, a little bit longer, taken their time, maybe they wouldn't be suffering right now. It says, light uncovers darkness and darkness covers light, both in and around you. Whenever you engage in repetitive behaviors that cause harm to yourself and or others, invading darkness has gained the upper hand and must be stopped. If you can't repel this invader on your own, the divine will resort to arrows. So you will be stopped. You will be halted. God will stop you if you don't stop yourself. So this is where like those tower moments come into your life, because you're not stopping up behavior. If someone's mistreating you, you're not walking away from them. If you are, being abused on a job or workplace, you're not doing anything about it. You're not leaving. You're not filing any. Eight, the number 8, again, the unclear. The infinity symbol is 8. And this is Psalm 64:8. And because sometimes it's unclear to us of what we should be doing and what we should not be doing, again, the moment of unclear, that moment that you're like, I don't feel certain, that uncertainty is a no. Okay? So I've learned that when someone, let's say you're dating somebody, and I've gone through this many times. Let's say you're dating somebody and they go, I'm just not sure. I'm not really sure about this anymore. I'm having doubts. Okay. So instead of racking your brain and saying, well, what does that mean? Well, the I'm having doubts or I'm uncertain is an automatic no. So take it as a no. Stop trying to take it any other way. There is no other meaning behind it. Because if it was a yes, they would say the word yes. They would say yes things, right? They would create sentences and conclusions that would result in a yes. Yes, I know I love you and I want to be with you forever. Yes, I don't want this to end. Yes, yes, yes. If it's a no, they're going to have doubts and uncertainty. They're just not, they don't have the courage to say no. They're afraid for some reason. They're afraid to lose something. Or they want the other person, again, to make the decision for them because they're afraid, because they're uncertain on what to do. I'm just giving that as an example. But the truth is, it says, if you can't repel this invader on your own, the divine will resort to arrows. They will stop you. They will shoot. God will shoot you down to stop you from either harming yourself or others. Or God will shoot you down if you're going in the wrong direction towards the wrong group or the wrong people. Do you know how many times people have, like in gangs, like gang bangers will do something for someone and they end up being the one that's caught, and really they weren't really doing it. It was the other person that did it, but they don't snitch on them, so they go down. God's going to shoot you down to try to get you off of that path. God is going to try to put you in a paused, hold position, like the hanged man, to stop you. This is like the hanged man. It's like, hey, you need to stop. Question, what are arrows? Answer, acute suffering, which is, in this instance, forces one to abandon self-injurious behavior. Like, let's say you're smoking cigarettes, or you're vaping, or you're smoking, blunts. And remember, if you're not just smoking the flower, you're also inhaling the paper, right? Other chemicals are going into your lungs. Okay, so God's gonna, cause you asthma. You're gonna get the consequences of that. You might get COPD. You might end up on oxygen. You might end up in the hospital. You're eating fatty foods and not taking care of your body and not getting enough exercise and not getting out of the house. Well, what's God gonna do? You could have a blood clot. Like, it's not even that it's God, right? It's not even that it's like, oh, I'm punishing you. These are the consequences for your actions. So how is God going to try to stop you? They're going to create acute suffering. It could be temporary until it's permanent. Like if you then continue, even though you're acutely suffering, you continue to smoke, you continue to drink, you continue to do things, eventually it's going to get to the place where, oh, you ended up killing yourself and it's your fault, not God. But God is going to show you the consequences so that you stop. It says, acute suffering, which in this instance forces one to abandon self-injurious behavior. Same thing with a breakup. Same thing with a job. a tire. Okay, someone might be changing tires. Okay, in the blink of an eye, the divine can utilize forces known as hashpa'at to create circumstances that bring you face to face with a bow-drawn archer. God will say, do you want to die today? And you have to answer yes or no. And when we continue to behave in certain ways, we continue to do certain things, we're basically saying, yes, God, I want to die. We don't get the help that we need. We don't seek medical attention. We don't eat better. Like, for example, I'm going to give it a personal example. I have a rare autoimmune disease called mast cell disease, and I'm actually needing to be referred to specialists out of state because the place that I live, unfortunately, they don't have specialists that are able to assist me. 100? 100? If I don't change my eating habits.
Cloakroom.
Cloakroom?
Morbid.
Morbid? Yeah, see, morbid. Death. Cloakroom, 100. I don't know.
Haunted cellar.
Oh, I don't know if someone here is a part of some sort of like very dark occult work. I really hope, I pray you're not, but if you are a part of something like some kind of, if you do like paranormal investigations or you're into something that's a lot darker and you're placing yourself in harm's way, without having, I feel like a lot of people do that kind of work, like paranormal activity work and like looking for haunted houses, and they do things like that because they're trying to prove God exists. They're trying to prove that there's another, we don't die, right? Like when we die, we don't actually die. We just go on to another place, a dimension that we can't see with our physical eyes in the physical world. But the problem is when photographs, yeah, people taking photographs.
Rustles the seats.
Rustles the seats. Okay, yeah. If I'm talking to people that do paranormal stuff, especially, and let's say you go to places where there's been like seances or occult type, very dark occult work, okay? Again, it's all dependent on who's doing it, how they're doing it, and why they're doing things like that. But that kind of stuff, like seances, that's just very dark. Ouija boards, that could be very dark, especially if you're doing it in places where self-proclaimed Satanists and Luciferians and dark witches and things like that do stuff. So if you're doing that, it's going to only leave you either haunted, like physically haunted, like you bring things home with you. You could even be going through this right now. Or there's going to be sort of like an attachment to you. And that's where this cleansing comes in. But God is going to stop you. So let's say that you're doing all this type of stuff and God is trying to stop you from doing this. God is going to create health problems, so now you can't go out. God is, something bad is going to happen to you. You might be exposed to something in one of these places that you now have issues. You might have sudden, breathing issues. You could have heart issues. If you're a part of like a dark occult group in the like satanic world or Luciferian or whatever, and there's like you're kind of questioning it and you're scared to say anything and stuff like that, you need to leave. This is being asked of you because something bad may happen. There's going to be consequences for your involvement.
Navigating grief.
Yeah, you could be navigating grief right now. Someone could be navigating grief and they're kind of seeking things that they shouldn't, whether that's alcohol, drugs, very dark spiritual things. And this is, the mother is saying, this is not the way. Okay. It says, in the blink of an eye, and I'm just rereading this. It says, in the blink of an eye, the divine can utilize forces to create circumstances that bring you face to face with a bow-drawn archer. Ask others to help you stop engaging in mindless repetition so you don't feel the pain of arrows. Let's say that you don't get out of the house anymore. Well, now you're depressed. That's suffering. Now you are isolated. That's, part of mental suffering. Now you are, if you're a part of some crazy dark world activities, now you are oppressed because you feel like you can't leave because you know too much. That might be something here as well. Someone may have died and you are just grieving over the loss of a death, or someone will die, or something ended here for you. And it felt March. Okay, something about the month of March. Something ended for you or will end by March. And now there's like this grief. Or if you don't stop this behavior, you're gonna lose everything by March. You're going to, or not lose everything, but you're going to be facing a bow-drawn archer. You're going to be facing this sort of, where's the word I was looking for? Acute suffering. Okay. Then we're going into Psalm 65:10 by March. Something about March, from here till March. 65:10. 65:10. This is 65:10, Psalm 65:10. You take care of the earth and irrigate it. You enrich it greatly with the channel of God full of water. See, the water. The channel of God full of water. See, the channel of God is full of water. God, like I said just not that long ago in this same message, God, the closest thing to God physically being on earth is water. That's the purest form of God you could find on planet Earth, is water. I've even had confirmation from spirit that it is water. So when we've polluted the water, like drinking water is the only thing that we should really be drinking. Just like the only entity that we should really be listening to is God. Holy Spirit, any entity that is linked to God, source. The word of God really should be the words that we listen to. Anyway, so what we filter into our body matters, because if it's not of God, then we're polluting it, just like this was to wash and cleanse. It was recommending that for protection. Okay. You take care of the earth and irrigate it. You enrich it greatly with the channel of God full of water. You provide grain for men, for so do you prepare it. Align with your highest self. Someone here needs to align with their highest and best self. If you seek to build or repair something, ensure that your vision overlaps with the divine's, or else you'll be opening yourself up to frustration and burnout. If you want the work to unfold as effortlessly as possible, turn to the contractor of contractors, who will help your highest self draw up and then carry out the necessary plans. Rest assured that the highest or purest of energies, known as Mayim Dukhrin, will follow abundantly, enabling you to accomplish your goals. By the way, by the looks of things, you've already found the right contractor. So this is the mother.
Get back in the vehicle. Do not touch.
Get back in the vehicle, do not touch. That might resonate for some of you. I'm not even gonna say
16.
16. Someone could be 16 years old.
The night I died.
I was just about to say that. It's going back to that message. Okay. So I gave these messages to you guys, and I'm going to now focus on this entity, this spirit that's coming through, because I just think that I do need to respect the fact that so you were 16 years old the night that you died. You were told, do not touch, get back in the vehicle. This happened in March, and the people around you are navigating the grief of the loss of you. Restless the seats, or rustles the seats. So you could have been moving around in the seat. So there could have been photographs taken of this person, because this is what popped up here, these messages. So I'm just going to leave this here, and oh, man, this makes me so sad. Oh, I'm also going to get these cards out, because these are the places oracle. So this might give me some ideas of the places, because this seems like a physical. So you passed away. Clearly it was a horrible passing, because I can't even imagine. I have dreams that come true. It's called a precognitive. And I'm also a psychopomp. If you look up what a psychopomp is, it's just like fancy. I mean, it's actually the more technical way of saying like someone that can connect to the other side. Someone that has like this extreme high intuition. I even had the spirit box tell me that I was, or confirm and call me out and call me an indigo. So I know I'm an indigo child. That just means that I'm more, my intuition is just higher naturally. Like I was born that way. It's not, obviously I still have to develop, right? You still have to develop your intuition. Everybody does. But there's just certain people in life that are just born with a natural intuition. Okay. And I forget the name that you gave me. There was Sarah. That's the name. So someone here, his name is Sarah. Sarah was a loving person, very passionate 16-year-old or young youthful person. Was very strong-minded. Lindsay. Okay, so it's Lindsay. So Lindsay is your name. Okay, show me Lindsay's energy. I'm going to start with Lindsay's energy, and then I'm going to switch. Confused. Okay, lost. Four of Wands. Lost from home. Page of Cups. Very outgoing, free, very communicative. This is someone who would talk to... Lindsay is someone who would talk to strangers. Getting the chills. The High Priestess. Someone who's very intuitive, very in tune to people. Someone who... High Priestess is like imagine a nun who's wanting to help people and sees somebody on the street, wants to help. Lindsay could have been a victim to somebody who asked her for help, or someone that she communicated to. This could have been someone that she had communicated to multiple times. But this could be somebody that she offered like her cup to. Meaning offered some kind of help. I think Lindsay may have been confused at the time of whether she should or shouldn't do this. Maybe this is how Lindsay was raised. And so the only thing though is that many times we could be raised to look at people and go, oh, well, someone has less than me, I should be helping them. Or if someone asks me for help, I should be gracious enough to help them. Lindsay could have been very religious, raised by a religious family, mother, matriarch figure. Someone who was very giving, kind of learned that they should be giving all the time. Someone who's very chatty. And the only danger, so it's good to be this way, right? Because this is what God, Jesus Christ, came with that message that God asks of us. But the only problem is that there are people out there in the world. They're very dark. They're very evil. And they will take advantage of a young person like this. Clarify the Seven of Cups in relation to Lindsay's energy. See, what did I say? She's passionate. Wands, Ace of Wands, the Seven of Cups. She's confused because she's very passionate. It's like not knowing how to behave in a certain situation. Always wanting to help. Always being communicative. Always talking to strangers. You know, I see children like that are very, very young. And as although that's a really good quality to have, to be outgoing, it's also very dangerous. Four of Wands. Clarify the Four of Wands for Lindsay's energy. The Five of Cups. See the Four of Wands. What she learned in her home. This is her household. Her family is completely devastated. Absolutely devastated. Rightfully so. I'm getting the chills, but rightfully so. Her family is at a complete loss. It's also one of those things where when you have that regret, Lindsay had that regret also when she realized that she was in danger because she learned to be kind to people in her home. This card also flipped out, the Three of Cups. Yeah, Lindsay is someone who, again, was very social, very outgoing, someone who would have easily given her love and support to, trying to find help for somebody. Lindsay would be the kind of person, if she was in a car driving, she would probably pull over and help the stranger on the side of the road. Like, I feel like this level of innocence with the Page of Cups energy here, with Lindsay's energy, she's very innocent, like in mind and spirit. And again, evil can take advantage of this kindness. And it's really, really sad when this happens. I mean, it's devastatingly sad because it's like all, you know, what comes to mind, and I'm getting the chills and it really hits me. Like, I'm feeling emotional about it because when they say, no good deed goes unpunished. And it's almost the truest statement you could possibly imagine, because the truth is there are so many good deeds that happen in the world, and people get punished for being kind because humanity can be very dark. Our society tends to follow darkness more than they actually care to admit. Our society is very dark. We are a very corrupt and dark society that we live in. And then amongst them are really good people, and they get taken advantage of.
The Haunting Banshee.
The Haunting Banshee. Good day. The Haunting Banshee. The Haunting Banshee. Eight of Wands. Goodbye. Yeah, this is someone like communicating. And what's interesting, if you look on this card, there's a woman like and a man, and they're kind of like waving from a distance. This feminine, 16 years old, could have been going on like some kind of trip. Could have been traveling at the time. Her parents could have been waving bye to her. She could have gone on a trip. Again, she provided some sort of like kindness. She's full of love. Her communication, she's always communicating to people with kindness, always trying to be loving to people even when she doesn't know them, or this is how she was. The Queen of Swords in reverse. The Three of Swords on the bottom. Oh, man. I'm getting out my haunted
Karen.
house. Karen. So someone might name Sink. So Karen might be the name of a family member or a mother. And Karen is literally sinking. Her heart is sinking. Because this is Judgment Day. This is like, judgment is, it's unfortunate, but judgment.
Yes, I can.
Yes, I can. Judgment is something that you can't I'm getting the chills. Judgment is something you can't come back from. So there was definitely, this is a masculine, somebody who...
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power.
Purple.
Purple? Yeah, that's the higher powers. There's a King of Cups energy here that is sort of like, they're one way during the day. They have two personalities, kind of like Jekyll and Hyde. But this person, even during the daytime, you don't realize that their cup. There could be something about a boat and water. They catch this is like a fisherman. This is someone who goes fishing, but for people. They look for people that are like really independent. Could be traveling. They act like they need assistance, like with the Ten of Wands. Oh,
what do I do?
Oh, like if someone came up. Hold on one second. Oh, like if someone came up and said, oh, can you help me? I think I lost my dog. This is what he looks like. And like you're wandering with this stranger in the park. And then, you know, something bad comes of it. Okay, Father God, Holy Spirit, what should Lindsay or Karen, what should this person do here? Because Karen, I feel like that's a mother figure. Yeah, someone got in a car or traveled.
Grateful.
Grateful. What should Lindsay do? So this energy here is with this Knight of Cups. So we have the dove. Okay. So he kind of looks like he's on the cross, and on the base of his feet, you know, you can see his foot's leaning against like a post here. Kind of like the cross. And it is, you know, with the wings going across, it's like Jesus, right? And with the dove in his hands, the dove came down up over Jesus's head in the vision, in the sight line, or the line of sight with John the Baptist, while John the Baptist was baptizing Jesus in the river. Jesus baptizes with the Holy Spirit, which is different than baptizing with water. Some people call it the fire, baptismal by fire, but anyway, Jesus does the baptismal of with the Holy Spirit, and the dove many times represents that Holy Spirit, and so it's asking Lindsay to go towards the light. There could be some sort of space where this light appears, and many times there can be spirits that become very scared. They become very fearful because they don't know, like they stop themselves because they don't want to leave what is comfortable. So if they're here, but we can't see them, right? If they're here in the physical world after death, and they have not been able to move on out of fear or worry, and it's because they're attached to this place and they're scared of what's over there, right? Wouldn't you be scared? Especially if you suddenly died in like a horrific way. Wouldn't you be scared? Wouldn't you be scared of like what's over there? What's on the other side? If I go towards that light, what's going to be there? If you were to be in a completely dark, pitch black room and you saw all of a sudden a doorway opened up and it was bright, super bright, and it was the only light in the whole entire place, don't you think you would be afraid at first? So I feel like I'm saying to Lindsay needs to go forward. Lindsay needs to move forward, needs to go towards that light, because again, whether you believe in Jesus Christ or you believe in whatever, you know, you just believe in God. I obviously believe in Jesus. This is a calling. So Lindsay needs to go towards the light because she will find that peace. So Lindsay, you need to go towards the light. You need to follow that light, even though you're afraid of it. Even though it's fearful, you will see your father. You will see your mother. You will see all of the souls and those that you may not know now, but you will remember them. Meaning just because we are in the physical world doesn't mean that when we die we won't recognize other souls that maybe haven't lived the life, this lifetime with us. Okay. Show me this confusion that she had, and then I'm going to ask about the perpetrator. 8 of Pentacles. Look, she's giving to a rat. A frickin' rat. And she's in a white dress. This means she's probably a virgin. She's too giving. Because she has justice in one hand and she's handing out to the other like, hey, I'm going to help you. She was confused as to whether she should help this person. This is someone who really looked like they needed help. This is how this person portrays themselves, especially at nighttime. This was like at nighttime. What is this 8 of Wands? This is communication. What was this about with this for Lindsay? 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, so Lindsay definitely grew up in church. Was a religious person, most likely a Christian. And her.
I will be here.
Okay.
Old church.
Old church. See, a church. I told you, you're Christian. Yep, church. You're going to be in the old church. Lindsay might actually, her spirit might dwell around the church.
Haunting visions.
Haunting visions?
From the underworld.
From the underworld? This person really made themselves seem like 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Normally it would say, oh, okay, you can help me out. This will really help me, and then I won't be stranded here. Or I won't be, stuck, trapped outside of this church. There could be an old church. There could be a church in the woods that's abandoned. And this is where she was taken. And this is where her kind of spirit has sort of attached itself to. She could be afraid to walk outside or walk to search for the light, or if she sees it, she just might be afraid. But it's really saying that you need to walk towards the light, because see the dreams. Yes, I'm a precognitive, so my dreams do come true, and I have visitors that come into my dream space. And most of I would call them prophetic dreams, because a lot of the dreams that I do have, there is a meaning to them, and many times as soon as that happens, as soon as I have the dream, then it manifests in reality, in real life, and it was like a warning to me. Usually I'll have these dreams, especially around relationships or partnerships with people. I'll have a dream and then suddenly the truth, right? The dream is true. And then I realize what it really meant after the events occur. Or I'll have dreams about world type events, like assassinations. I've had dreams. Anyway, I won't get into that. Clarify this 5 of Pentacles in reverse with this communication. The wheel. This is an ending. This is the world. Yeah, so this is because it's the church in reverse. This is a huge part of where this person took her. She may have drowned in the water. There could be water nearby. She could have been running. And the Hanged Man here, I don't mean to say this, but again, look at the bricks. It reminds me of the church. And so she could be, again, Her remains could be inside of an old church. Oh God. Clarify this Five of Cups. Ace of Wands in reverse. She's having trouble seeing the light for sure, but wherever she was, she realized, because this is the Ace of Wands upright, and now it's in reverse with this Five of Pentacles. Her light has gone out for sure, meaning she's not in this world anymore. Obviously confirmed here in the spirit box, but she realized her mistake, like her passion to help people immediately like went out. Like this passion that she had to love and to help others immediately went away. Immediately. Because the fear set in, the regret set in to the decision that she made. Someone here could be Jewish, so the name Sarah could be significant to the story. So it's Sarah, Lindsay, and Karen. Sarah, Lindsay, and Karen. There's 3 women. There could be 3 women this happened to, and they all have the similar features. Similar, one might be brunette, one might have black hair, one might have red hair. And they all have a similar quality in themselves, that they're very open and expressive, and they might talk too much, like TMI. They might tell strangers things that they shouldn't. This could be just a vulnerable group of type of woman, like personality wise. They're very open and honest and loving here. This is where they were taught in the home. Okay. Clarify this Three of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, very giving. Again, physically, in the physical world, not just emotions. This is someone like, oh, I can physically help you. Oh, you need me to push your car? Oh, you need me to sit in your car and turn the car on while you try to work on the motor? Like it's somebody like really trying to help. And again, this was taught by family. Five of Wands. There's like sort of like a tick.
Or affectionate.
Affectionate, very affectionate. Someone here could have Tourette's. This one of the women, or this could have run in the family. This girl could have had Tourette's, but she was 16 years old. These were younger women, college and high school age. This Five of Wands, remember earlier in this, it was talking about like morbid and cloakroom and stuff like that. And I was talking about like the dark occult world. This is that here as well. This person could have been affiliated with people like that. Okay, or this is another thing I'm picking up. Imagine you have friends and you don't know that these friends are into like dark occult Satanism and Luciferianism and whatever, and you are their sacrifice. And they've only befriended you because you're their sacrifice. So they tell you to come and help me, or you see them on the side of the road. Hey, can you help me with this? And you know, Lindsay is like this very giving. Oh, I'll help you, but really she doesn't know she's dealing with a bunch of rats. This is what she didn't realize. She was giving to a bunch of rats. People who were really there to sacrifice her. I really feel this. And that's where the church is involved here, this old church, because they do it. So people don't realize, but dark occult people, they do this kind of stuff, and they will take people, or they will sacrifice animals, and they'll do it inside of old churches, and they'll put pentagrams on the ground, and they'll do all these kinds of weird, again, horrible things. But it's called a blood sacrifice. And there are certain rituals, I guess, that these people do that have actual human sacrifice. And again, when I was reading the Psalms cards, the fact that this murder type energy was coming up and you know, trying to stop you, like God is trying to stop you from harming yourself. So Lindsay may have seen warning signs of like weird behaviors or things, but overlooked it as to what do we learn in Christianity. If you're a Christian, don't judge. And I completely agree with that. You don't judge, but Judging and discernment are two very different things. Judging others for the wrong reasons is one thing. Judging others for the right reasons, like this seems a little off, it seems a little fishy, I feel uncomfortable, my intuition is telling me something, I'm a little scared here, this doesn't seem right. That is that's not judgment in the way that the Bible is speaking of, right? Or the scriptures. Page of Cups, what does this offer? The devil. Oh man, fuck. They offered, I'm getting the chills. And she's a virgin. She's a virgin. She's a freaking virgin because this is the dove. There's a dove here. Where else is the dove? There's a dove in
One spirit.
There's a dove in one of these cards. Oh, here. See the dove in his hand? So God has Lindsay, whoever is affiliated with Lindsay or Karen or Sarah, God has this child, this youth, this young woman. God has her. She just needs to go, she needs to seek that light and not be afraid because she's alone. This is so sad to me. This is what they did. They knew how innocent this woman, this feminine was. She was a virgin. She's very pure. No one has touched her cup, if you know what I'm saying. She's very pure and innocent. And this is what this type of occult type group would be doing. This is god awful. Just god awful. But they sacrificed her to the desk.
I wait here all day.
I wait here all day at my desk? I'm so sorry. Page of Cups with the devil. They sacrificed this poor child to the devil. Matthew? Oh.
Not so.
Not so? Oh, Matthew not so well? So someone might not be very well in the mind. This person may be named Matthew. Or somebody here knows a Matthew. Queen of Cups on the bottom. Show me more about this devil energy. One more card. The spark. See, she has the spark. She has it in her hand. See how see how this horse right here is not animated with the gold light? See how the horse over here is? She had this divine spark that they wanted to squash out. So they will target people who have that purity, who have that Christ consciousness, even if it's just the beginning of the Christ conscious journey. They will take very innocent, pure people that spark the light of the world. This is what these evil groups try to remove, is the light of the world. And they try to shackle the light of the world by creating death and pain. So see the masculine and feminine in the devil card right here? This would be the child's parents. So when someone kills a child or kills a youth or harms anybody, someone's family member, loved one, irregardless of the age, but in this case, a young person, many times parents will get divorced. They won't stand strong together. They'll blame each other. Doorway. Yeah, this is a doorway to hell. When murderers kill, it opens a doorway to the wrong energies to come into the family's life. Because during grief, what happens when we're grieving? We get angry. We're living in denial. We blame everybody around us. We blame ourselves. We get into depression. And that's an easier way to dismantle a family and to attack the family, to attack individuals. So any evil works that occur in the world, the whole purpose of darkness is so that it seeps into your heart. So that you no longer believe in the goodness of the world. You no longer believe that there that God exists, because why would God allow this to happen? We've all been there, but there are people that stay there. And again, it's a doorway. Thank you. It's a doorway to when we lose loved ones. Why would we, like, oh, this person died of cancer, or my 3-year-old, right? Let's say you have a 3-year-old that is really ill. Well, why would God allow this? Why is this happening? Darkness wants to see people suffer, and they want to create tragedy. They want you to lose your house and all your money, and darkness will come in and creep into your life. They want you to destroy your child's life. They want you to destroy your child's mother. They want you to destroy your child's father. They want you to destroy everything that would allow the child to be that light that walks out into the world. They also want to destroy the family unit, like I stated. They want to shackle the parents to the devil because they're going to live in anger and hate and regret, and they're going to be they're not going to be forgiving, because who the heck would forgive somebody who killed their child? No. I mean, who wants to? Like, why would you want to at the end of the day? So this is this energy that I'm picking up. This is why they've done this. This is why any group like this does this. This is why any serial killer does this. They may not even realize that that's why they're doing it, but they're being used as a tool of darkness to bring darkness into the lives of others. 4 of Wands. And it opens that doorway. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, please be giving. Because look, this is what this person regrets. Even the family regrets. Why did we teach her to be so giving? Where the hell did she go? Like, it's like, what do you mean? What do you mean she's gone? Like, it's this. I'm getting the chills. It could have been winter time when this occurred. The kids, young people could have gone together, like 16, 17-year-olds, let's go to a cabin together. Their parents are letting them try to do something on their own. Let's go skiing at this resort. Like, there could have been just some kind of trip. This could have been definitely happening in the winter time. There could be a church, an old church in the woods, right? That's no longer in use. This could be near a farm. Near a barn, like an old barn. This could have been old farmland. Yeah, this is just Queen of Swords in reverse. The Knight of Swords. So there was definitely a friend, a feminine, who became friends with this person, or a feminine approached. So some people use other people, right? If this is a group and the main is a main masculine, but there was a feminine here that allowed, so there was a feminine present that allowed this young person to feel safe and comfortable. Like, for example, I'm a woman. If a man just approaches me out of the blue and asks for help, I'm going to look at him kind of sideways, like, what are you trying to get at here? And I'm not saying that everybody's bad, but I'm going to look at him like, I'm a female. Why wouldn't you just ask the men that are walking by?
I am very affectionate.
Yeah.
Exploring the unknown.
See? Maybe this group of friends was even into what I said about the paranormal activity. Like, oh, let's go, like, check out this old insane asylum or this old church. Oh my gosh, I heard there's things in the basement. Like, these could have been young people that were quote unquote going to, do stuff and hang out. And it's possible, there's another alternative to this, it is very possible that these girls or a group of girls or a group of young people went to, like, do some ghost hunting or whatever and ended up bumping into a satanic group where there was some sort of sacrifices happening, and then they were witness, so then they have to harm them. But really what I'm picking up is that they were drawn into this. So there was there's a feminine energy, definitely a masculine energy, that this feminine though would have made they have secrets, would have made them comfortable. And she was lying. She's a straight liar. Because then after this feminine would be lying, right? Then this masculine would come, swoop right in and grab the feminine, or would swoop right in and then they could come in without, they could just suddenly come in without it being alarming, because, oh, well, if I trust this woman, she seems nice, right? She seems like a nice woman. Oh, she seems nice, right? Nice demeanor, seems trustworthy, right? I could help this family out, or I could help these people out. I just feel like there's some kind of friend that seemed like they were like a good person, and this was a part of the allure. So it wouldn't make you alarmed if, like, this woman, you trust the woman, and all of a sudden these other people are around. Why would you not distrust them? I don't know. There's just this feeling of, well, we shouldn't have done this.
ID card.
ID card? Yeah, there's
Before.
Before? An ID card? Oh. Someone could find this feminine's, or this could be a part of evidence, an ID card, or they're looking for the wallet and ID. But again, they're not able to locate anything because they're not looking in the right place. Because I think that where they are is like, where they was far away. What is this ID card? Four of Pentacles. Okay, her ID card is buried with her. She could be... Yeah, the ID card is buried with her. But remember, it's a haunted doll. See how there's a doll here holding this pentacle? I really hope and pray this is not the case, but they could have taken the ID card, or taken things that were hers, like buttons on her clothes or anything, and created a doll. Like a cursed doll type thing. Like as a part of this ritual. But I feel like, see how there's like coins on the eyes, that represents death. So this ID card is definitely with this person on them still. So they're never going to find the like items of this person because they were with the person. This is someone that would be... their remains are in the church here. In the church or around the church. There's also a barn here. So there's hay in this. I would assume there would be hay inside of the barn, because he's like stepping on hay, like a hay thing. And then underneath her is hay. Clarify this energy with the passing here. Before. Like I said, there's a King of Cups energy that had come out before. I had shown that energy, him kind of standing with the cup empty. This is like the leader of this group, or this group. This person doesn't have any empathy. They use emotions to abuse people. They may have even poisoned her, like made her drink something first. Almost like to freeze her so she couldn't run. So there are actually poisons out there. It's really sad, but there are, I guess you could say herbs or whatever, where it can actually completely paralyze you and just slowly kill you. So it would paralyze you so you couldn't move and you wouldn't be able to do anything about it. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Eight of Wands in reverse. I feel like this would be her energy. So the reason why they all knew that obviously something was bad, something bad happened, and here's a cellar, and they were talking about a cloak, and like I think they were talking about underground in here. I'd have to look back at the video. Yeah, they tied her up. Yeah, this is just really dark here. This is just so dark. There was lick. There was rituals. Ugh, this is very dark. This was immediately. So the reason why they knew something bad had happened, she didn't just like run away from home. She's not a runaway. And this is where I think the police officers need to do a better job, is that when you report someone missing, especially a youth, even like a college age student, when they just assume that people have run away and they wait, the longer, and this is statistics, you could ask the FBI, statistically, if you wait, the longer you wait when someone is kidnapped or, you know, taken against their will, right? Being held hostage in some way, especially in this regard, the longer you wait, the less likely it is that they are coming home. They're not going to come home. So again, within that 24 to 48 hours, when someone's actually missing and not responsive, and then they're waiting, they might wait a week or like whatever, then they're probably gone. You've literally allowed the evidence to disappear, the crime to go on, and then the person to lose their life. And I know it's hard, right? Because we are limited on resources. But when we do this, when we have it set up that way, you're basically telling families like, well, your kid's going to die. Or this person's probably going to be dead by the time, you know, like we come around to helping you. So please explain to me then what's the point? Like, what's the point of the police even helping you then, if they're not actually going to take your claim seriously? And the reason why I say this is because in this case, this feminine energy, this young person was very talkative. Always talked, always checked in, always, you know, seeing what her parents are doing. This is someone who wouldn't just like disappear off the face of the earth. So as soon as she was not responsive with the communication, Eight of Wands and this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, this is someone who is like physically responsive, someone who would have been, and because she just completely stopped, like she fell off the face of the earth. Why would the Queen of Pentacles go anywhere when she's an earth sign? Because her communication is blocked, because she's not, I mean, she's disappeared. Something blocked her communication, right? And that's, yep. What did I just say? A sacrifice. I'm getting the chills. The truth is that she was sacrificed here. Someone sacrificed her. She was the light of the world. What did I say about
Good
this?
day.
Goodbye. Yeah, goodbye. Yeah. Goodbye. Like literally goodbye. You'll never see her again. She's now with God at the sun. Like this is her energy. I'm sorry, this is her energy here. The sun, this is a child. This is a child, but in this card, it's a young woman. Her flower could have been sunflowers. Her favorite color, purple. The spirit box said purple. Look at her dress. It's purple. I'm getting the chills. This could have been a young woman. Again, dark hair. I'm feeling like Italian, Spanish, Spaniard, Mexican. This could have been like, you know, like the Black Irish, like Spanish and Irish mix.
90.
90.
Raise your voice.
Raise your voice. Someone could have been born, she could have been born, she was born in like the 90s. Or now would be like the 2000s. Because if she was 16, or again, she could have been born in the 90s and this happened a while ago. This could have happened in the 90s. If she was born and but at the time of her passing, she was 16. This could have been off of, I don't know, I said this in another reading, Highway 90. Something about a highway and the number 90. Or if you revert the 90, it turns into a 60. A 6, 9 and 6. The infinity. Going from this world to the next world and coming back. And then you have these butterflies, the white butterflies. Whenever I see a white butterfly, and this is just for me, but my aunt passed away, and as soon as my aunt passed away, I started seeing white butterflies. And then one of her sons passed away, and I saw white butterflies. So anytime I see white butterflies, it is, and then look, she has angel wings. This is she passed away, for sure. This was done purposefully by the magician. This is someone that, again, there's another woman here as well. This person could have been this young woman. Again, she's in that dress and the hair is fighting off. 7 of Wands, fighting people off. And then look, she was probably paralyzed and there was there's darkness around her. So this was a sacrifice. She's quiet now. 4 of Swords, quiet in the bed. This is someone who can't move. When I say that foot. Yeah, look. Caitlin. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, the name Caitlin, Sarah, these could all be names. And okay, I'm just going to put this out there. This isn't the first time that something like this would be happening, correct? There are plenty of groups out there that have done frequency sacrifices. So this is something this is a story, a tale as old as time. This will continue to happen because of evil that lives in the world. They want to squash out the light. So there could be someone named Caitlin, Sarah, Karen, Lindsay. All those names could be women that are or young people that are either gonna go through this. They could end up in this fate if someone doesn't hear this message and really start like looking at their daughters and their children differently. And teaching them different things, teaching them about discernment and like friendships and all kinds of stuff. I think parents need to be more active with their children. You really need to know who their friends are, who they're in contact with, who they work with, if they have jobs, all that stuff. If they are into religious stuff, find out, if they do join a group like this, if this is the group that they went to and they started, you kind of need to know what activities your children are getting involved in, because the reality is, let's say that they willingly joined an satanic occult group or a Luciferian group, right? Not realizing that the reason why they're joining or the reason why they're being welcomed is because they're going to be the sacrifice. That could be what's happened here. Yeah, it sends out a frequency. So this is a warning too. So this is not only telling a girl's story, but this is also a warning. You have to really be careful who your friends are, who you help, how this could be like a religious cult. If someone has joined a cult, they will, this is a scary thing. If you become a cult, you could become a sacrifice. 7 of Swords, yeah. Be wary of people that are just trying, be wary of people that come on very strong, whether that's friendship, romance, or whatever. Be wary of people. You need to teach your children to be wary of people that are coming on really strong, like, oh, we love you, you're so amazing, come and join our group, come and do this with us, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's one thing to, meet new friends and people are excited to hang out with you and get to know you. It's another thing for them to non-stop harass you like a cult, right? There are groups out there that will literally try to groom you. They'll groom young people and they'll really make them feel welcomed, and when they don't feel like they belong in the world or whatever, and they will draw them in. People that are susceptible to cult are people that have child abandonment issues, People that are susceptible to cults are people that have like daddy issues, mommy issues, things where again, it's trauma from their childhood that was caused by their father's abandonment or their mother's abandonment. People that are more likely to be drawn in by manipulators are people that are seeking answers, like maybe religious answers. Where do I belong? Where do I fit in? Victims of bullying, people that have low self-esteem, people are bullied or abused at home, are searching for a group or a place or an answer. This is why it's so very important for parents to actually be parents, for parents to see their children, to be witness to their children's growth, what their children are up to, who they're hanging out with. This is just a reminder of, again, like I was talking about the Holy Family in the beginning, the mother, the father. Humanoid? Ugh, I don't even want to think what that means. The High Priestess energy, what is she holding secret? I can't believe it. The Seven of Wands. They all came after her. The secret was, we're gonna sacrifice you. This was the secret. We have picked you out of the crowd. We have picked you out of a group. There is actually, if you look it up, there's a documentary about a group of friends that were like occult-like, and they wanted to explore like Satanism, and they got involved with like a satanic leader or a Luciferian leader or whatever. Again, Satan just means adversary, so it's just an adversary against good. It doesn't have to be like, again, everyone thinks like it's this demon with horns, and okay, yeah, everybody, a human could be demons with horns. The real demons are the ones that are on earth walking around saying, my name is John and Mary. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the real demons on earth, are humans. Humans that physically can hurt you and harm you and sacrifice you. So, yeah, humanoids. Humans. So this is the adversary of good. These are adversaries of good. Look, drowning. Maybe she was placed under the floor. I mean, that literally could be trying to get out, like banging on the floor, help me, help me. And they're out here, you know, cheersing and drinking of the cup and starting the ritual. You know what I mean? Like I don't even know what to say. Yep, that was the secret. You're going to be sacrificed. We're going to chase you. We're going to take you down. You will be ours. We are going to bring darkness into the world. Like I said about her family. Trying to run away. The Ace of Wands, look, trying to run. She may have tried to escape. Prejudicing? Prejudice? Okay. She could, yeah. This is her energy in the moon. It was at nighttime. Yeah, this is at nighttime. This is an old, this is an old, worn down, torn down building, like a church. Could be like a cathedral. It could be a church in the woods. Again, it's just worn down, covered by trees and vines and all of the above. They could have taken her to the basement of the church where there's no windows. They could have a specific, like some places, if it's abandoned and no one's ever going to go there, they may actually like have their lodgings there, meaning like they will set up in a certain area, like say the basement or whatever, and they come and do those rituals and those evil things there all the time. So it would be like a clubhouse, but no one knows about it, right? Or they go to the same places. I've seen videos of people like exploring abandoned buildings, and then they actually have seen people cloaked, and they hear chants and crazy ass sounds, and you know, like these people are hitting the dodging, hitting the floor, trying to get the hell out of there because of the creepy things. So anyway, hold on one second, you guys. Okay, I just had to help my kid make him some butter bread. And then I'm about to make lunch, so that's why he came in. He wanted a little bit of butter bread before I made lunch. Prejudicing. Yeah, I think, so this is the problem, like, again, the judgment, the idea that if we're prejudiced or we look at people like, well, what, you know, what's going on, if we start to not listen to our intuition, we start to feel intuitively that something's off about these people, or the people are around, or this person asking for help, or, you know, oh, hey, let's go do this. We feel like we're being prejudiced, or we kind of guilt ourselves, and I feel like maybe she guilted herself here. Yeah, Six of Wands. So this is not only a warning, but this is someone's story. The spirit that is coming through is trying to indicate that this is her story, but it's a warning to others. This is a
otherworldly glow.
Otherworldly glow.
Stuck in time.
Stuck in time. See? She's glowing. Otherworldly glow. Yeah, you are, honey. I'm so sorry. But you need to, if you see the light, think about the light, call upon the light, ask for the light to come. Yeah. She's trapped. She's stuck because of the ritual that they did. It's unfortunate, and this is how I look at it, it's a part of the consciousness. So when something bad happens, something tragic happens so suddenly, and then depending on what the ritual they would do, it could make someone feel like they are actually stuck when they're not. So they could feel stuck, they could
timers. Travelers can explore.
Yeah, see, there's something about exploring abandoned buildings, or there's something about these friends or whatever here. This could have happened 16 years ago. If the person wasn't 16 years old, but they were older, this could have happened 16 years ago. Again, they're chasing her. Like she's trying to get away. Yeah, Six of Swords, trying to get away. It could have been rainy the night that this occurred. I'm also picking up something about, you know, like when they imagine when you die, they say you could get in a boat, cross the river. I'm also seeing the car. These two cards show me that she crossed over. How can we help her, Father God? How can I help her? Empress energy. The light. So I would just ask those watching this video if you could pray for this individual. But I also ask you to take this message seriously if you have young children, if you have young adult children, women, specifically women, boys as well though, because boys are susceptible to this, trying to make friends, especially if they're insecure, especially if they were bullied by their fathers, beaten. Again, young people can be very susceptible. Even adults, there's so many adults that end up in cults. There's so many adults that think they're joining a church group and then it ends up being like a satanic freaking devil worshiping group. I've literally heard stories like this. So you have to be careful about who you interact with. This is why raising our children is like the #1 most important thing in the world, what we teach them. Yeah, they not exploring. God will strike you down, meaning God will try to warn you. God will, you know, but I do believe that her soul, anybody whose soul has passed on with this, is embraced by God. But I would just ask them to actively envision the light and call upon Jesus, call upon God, call upon the angels to come and rescue them from this dark space. Because when you pass on suddenly, you may get stuck here, meaning you may feel trapped. You don't want to leave out of fear. Yeah, see this occultist. This is a cult.
Ancient spirit.
Yeah, this is old.
Kidney disease.
Kidney disease. Oh my god. This could be confirmation for someone here that has kidney disease. This could be someone here that has kidney disease. The person that killed this, like the people involved here, could have kidney disease. They drink too much. These could be people that party, do drugs, sacrificing people. Someone here, this could confirm that you will, someone here might find out, whoever's listening to this message, that might resonate. Any of the names could be like significant to you, but someone here could have kidney disease or find out that they have kidney disease. And you know somebody that went through this, or you know, yeah. You see how she's running away in the moon, and then you kind of looks like a skull almost forming in the, like the symbol of death. And there's this old, again, an abandoned house on the side of a cliff. Maybe they went somewhere and they thought they were coming home and they never came home. Two of Cups. This is friendship. This could be a lover. This is definitely a lover or friendship. This could be somebody that they were romantically interested in, or this was a friend that they thought, yeah, this is a soulmate energy. Someone that they thought that was a friend. These were supposed to be friends. These were supposed to be people. Potentially, yeah. These were potentially. Lindsay. See, Lindsay. Thank you. You're just confirming her name again. Thank you so much. Lindsay. They were potential, or this is Lindsay, or Lindsay was a part of this friend group, meaning like maybe the bad people. But I'm going to take it as Lindsay thought these people were potentially her friend. She really believed it. She believed that these people were safe. She believed that this group that she was involved with, she didn't know that they had plans for her and that she had to run away or sneak away. Or there was doubt, though. She had the doubt, but she kept it to herself. The Seven of Swords, trying to get away. She had the doubt in her mind, but she didn't want to be prejudiced. She didn't want
Theoretical timelines.
Theoretical timelines. 10 years. Could be 10 years. 16 to 10 to 16 years.
Not likely.
Not likely. Yeah, see, I can't make this up. 8 of Pentacles. Then we got the sacrifice here in the middle. She's sitting in the middle of the... Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Okay, I'm going to pull the last cards. The location or... So there's travel involved here with the train in reverse. They were supposed to come home. They never came home. Again. I can't... Look what's on the bottom.
Go east.
I can't... Go east. So it would be east of where you live. Vehicle and the country for the forest cabin. Remember I said there's like they were in the woods. They could have been driving there. Road journey, it says. Winding path. Place of remnants, nostalgia, memories, sentimental, childhood reflections. It's a freaking... This is child. This was a young person. Again, high school to college age individual. Childhood reflection. This is... Sometimes people just need their story to be told. This young person could have worked at a supermarket, at a grocery store at one point, or one of their family members did, or this is where they met the people at work. They could meet them at a workplace. This could just represent a workplace. This young person could have been a musician, a pianist, could have been into like classical music, violin, viola, could have been into the band, could have been a part of a band. They're just a very sweet young person. The lighthouse. The museum is in reverse. Artifacts and exhibits, interactions, displays, museum collection. Again, that doll. Something about that doll in the museum. This is ancient. Whatever this ritual was, whatever they did, whatever curse they tried to place, whatever they did here, it was ancient. Like, it's very old. It was something that has been done time and time again by groups like this. I can't make this up. Church? Spiritual sanctuary? Sacred architecture? This is where demonic and energies and people, like evil people like this, that do sacrificial things against actual humans because they're satanic and evil, they do stuff like that in churches. They desecrate holy places. The nightclub, they could have, if she was like a college age, they could have been going to the nightclub. Again, there are young nightclubs for teenagers. So again, this is a group of friends. This was a group that she made friends with, maybe through work. They invited her out. This could have been a young person that went out to the bars. If you've heard of the smiley face killers, this could have been something similar in regards to, if it wasn't like a direct friend group, it could be like people around them that they just felt comfortable, like new friends. They made friends in this type of potential, in this type of environment. Trippers, yeah, taking road trips, trippers. Amusement park, but this looks like a dead amusement park, like no one's there. This could have been, again, on the East Coast. There could have been some kind of amusement park on the East Coast that's sort of like closed down now. It could be someone could live near this area. This is where this person is from. This could have happened. Casino, there could be gambling, jackpot betting, and odds. They betted on this person, this young person, being the sacrifice. They gamble with people's lives. This was the jackpot. The frigid realms, remember when I mentioned it could be icy because it's winter time? This could have happened in the winter time. And these people's hearts are frigid. Damp and rainy realm, moisture around, wet serenity. There could be a river or a lake or a pond or kind of like a marsh land. Make my dreams come true. That is so weird that popped on all of a sudden. Something about the forest again, damp and rainy. This could be where, again, I feel decomposition with that. Court. Someone could be a part of court. Like, this is a legal matter that could have already been presented, or enchanted, esoteric, magic, intrigue, hidden. What did I say? Esoteric, enchanted, magic, satanic, magic, ritualistic people, occult. This is a cult. Not a cult, but a cult. C-U-L-T, cult. This is like dark. These people, they portray themselves on the outside to be like this good group of people, but they're not. These people are very well groomed. They look like they're not dirty. It's not like you're gonna look at them and think they're a rat. Like I was saying, she's feeding rats. She doesn't know that. She looks at them as innocent because they look so well put together. You gotta watch out for stuff like this. Industrial production, manufacturing process, assembly line. They do this all the time. You guys.
Disappointed.
Yeah. Ryan, disappointed. Yeah, I really pray that she chooses to, I believe she's elevating now. She's going, having the strength to leave, to go onto the other side, because she doesn't belong here anymore. The lake, I can't make this up, lake, tranquil waters, reflection. Again, in theory, they could have thrown her in the lake, any of her remains. So some of her could be inside the church, like her blood, remnants, or something like that. And then anything else could be in the lake. Her belongings could be in the lake. her body, like parts of her body where her where she might have had her like IDs or anything like that. So this is a very creative person, someone who was an artist. I feel like this was a very creative, artistic person. What is the court though? The court, again, supermarket, coffee house, pastries, artisan brews, teas, coffees, right? These are people that seem normal. Maybe they host like a gathering at a coffee house and they, you know, it seems like it's a normal thing and then all of a sudden it's not.
Most likely.
Most likely, yeah.
10 are evil.
10 are evil. Yeah, there's 10 people. 10 are evil. That's so bad. Can you imagine being... No, I don't even want to go there. Yeah, cleanliness. Remember it was talking about washing the waters, like washing in the water. Endless horizons. This person, wherever this is, it's very secluded. You can't get there just so easily. I don't believe it's the desert, but it feels like it, like it's never ending, like you can never figure out how to get out. With the bathroom, it's about, I feel like this is about baptism, but it's not in reverse, but I'm feeling like a dark baptism here. Something very dark. They could have taken this, they could have said, oh, we're going to baptize you. Or we're going to, you know, anoint you. Or whatever they would say as a part of their group. Workspace. Again, work. She met these people at work. We have the gas station and the swimming pool. Again, more water. Perilous realm. Crossroads. Like, there was a crossroads. She had some doubt about this, but continued because she didn't want to judge people. Again, our fear of judging
Feeling
others.
pain.
Yeah, feeling pain. I hope there's no more pain. I pray there's no more pain. But this person was feeling a lot of pain. I'm sorry to say that. This is a warning, too. If people are feeling in pain and they feel lost and like they don't have loved ones that really support them, and they can easily get swept up into a cult. A cult, an ideology. A cult is just an ideology. It's a mass ideology, a group of people. In this case, it seems 10 are evil. They could have even cleansed her before the ritual, like forced her. Pursuit of goals, belief in possibilities. She had a divine spark. She had a belief in...
Desperation for connection.
Yeah, so she was desperate for connection. People that do this are desperate for connection. Thank you, Spirit. She was desperate for connection. She really wanted to belong to something. When people are in that state, people are very vulnerable to the groups that they partake in. Nature's haven, recreational space, picnic retreat. Again, this is the forest. This could be part of a national park. There could be some kind of, again, land that's near a national park or a forest, or a recreational area where this has occurred. But you wouldn't be able to just easily get there to where this was. It's maybe starts off as a park, but then they take them outside of the park and deeper. Framed views, glass portal, windowsill, glass portal, the mirror, something about the mirror when I was talking about it. Framed views, it's like that entrapment. Windowsill, glass portal. There could be something about mirror magic as well. Jail. So whoever, yeah, there's gardens, delight, gardening, joy, blossoms, colors, plant care. Bench, home, temple. A temple. Spiritual practices, meditation, and reflection. Yep. This, whoever this is with the court, there's court. So in this case, I feel like there's this need to tell this story as like for warning purposes, because I think many victims, if they pass away, they, especially in tragedies like this, one of the main things that we can't understand, we can't get their side of the story, we can't hear what they want to say, and we miss out on an opportunity to learn what not to do. And when we listen to people's stories, and I think that's why tarot is so kind of unique and important, depending on how you use it, because it can really tell a story, and those stories can actually help
Crucifixion.
people. Crucifixion. Yeah, sacrifice, like I kept saying this. She was crucified. She was sacrificed because she was innocent. Just like Jesus was sacrificed, but this is obviously a little different. But the crucifixion, yeah, she was sacrificed, and I'm so sorry. Yeah. Whoever did this to this person will be facing legal proceedings. There could be a group. There could be like I feel more like a federal organization will be a part of this. We may not see this stuff in the news, but there could be other, like I said, there could be women, other girls or women that are, or even men that have been sacrificed by a cult like this. A lot of the groups you can't find, but I feel like there is something here about that. How is this going to manifest with the court and the jail? This is a 2-hour reading. I just can't believe it. Okay. So someone here in the group will become very reckless or has become very reckless. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, they're taking their chances. This group takes risks and chances. Queen of Cups. They take risks and chances. They take too many risks and chances with the Queen of Cups and the Emperor. There's a feminine and a masculine energy, like I stated. It's a group, the Page of Pentacles, and they go after young people. And so this group, Queen of Wands and the Fool, young, very passionate people that really want to like start a new life, start over. This group is on, this couple is already on the radar of like some sort of law officials of some kind, some sort of federal agency, some government officials or whatever. These two people are already being looked at because of the group that they have that's public. There is a public group that these people are part of, but they don't share with people that they do sacrifices and that their group is very dark. But it seems that a lot of people that somehow get in contact with this organization or group go missing. They suddenly run away from home to join the group, or they go missing and they don't want to talk to their family more. And it's like, well, what do you mean they don't want to talk to their family? Can we speak to them? Oh, they left. Well, where did they go? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? So this is that there's something suspicious about a group that's really public, but they keep taking risks and chances on young people. And there's a trail. There's a trail. See all the 8 cups? They're missing cups. All these cups are missing water. This masculine's walking away. Like, what do you mean they're missing? What are you talking about? 7 of Swords. What are you guys trying to hide here? Hello? What do you mean you don't know? And there's children. What do you mean you don't know where the children are? What are you trying to hide? 5 of Swords. Are you trying to hide something? You're being sneaky over here? 9 of Wands. What are you trying to hide? What are you trying to hide? Pages? You're trying to hide pages? You're trying to hide young people? What secrets? What are you trying to get away with? Huh? Where are you going? Like, these people are being, this is why they're gonna end up, in a ritual. In a ritual, yeah. They're either gonna get caught in a ritual. Someone's gonna infiltrate their group, like a spy, like an informant. Or this has already occurred. 6 of Swords, yeah. They're trying to get away with something here. They're trying to hide their secrets, and it's not gonna work. 3 of Swords, because they're gonna get in trouble. At least 3 of them out of the 10 evil people are going to go down. 7 of Wands, they're going to have to protect themselves, defend themselves. In court, sorry, all my cards fell. This video could be helpful, so if you know anybody that is looking for, you know, if you feel like a young person is missing and this message could help in any way. Quilt. Something about a quilt. True. Yeah, I think if you know anyone that would relate to this message in any way, and it's related to like a cult or an occult group type or some kind of fake church, you think it's a fake church or some kind of religious group. 8. The number 8, which is the infinity symbol. The infinity symbol could be very significant. This church group or this group could have the infinity symbol as a part of their slogan, their logo. Something about the word true could be in the title.
I'm in the hotel.
I'm in a hotel.
I'm in the hotel.
I'm in the hotel. You said that again. So someone could have been in the hotel. Something about a hotel. 10 of Pentacles. There is a higher official. Like there's someone that makes a lot of money that funds this group and helps this couple. Whoever these people are, they will be in court and they will end up in jail. Whoever is affiliated with this, not everybody unfortunately that's affiliated will end up in jail, but at least this King of Cups will see the 10 of Swords and the Tower moment. They will be exposed because they're going to give evidence or information. Someone's going to get evidence or information to the courts, like some sort of judicial system, like a public entity, public officials like the FBI, some sort of government, you know, agency. King of Swords. Someone's going to be in trouble. The Magician. These people try to sacrifice people. Judgment Day is coming for these people if it already hasn't come. They're going to be fighting amongst each other, trying to hide. But justice is here. And they're not going to be able to hide anymore. Yep, I'm going to leave it at that. King of Wands on the bottom. Someone might try to burn like the building down or hide evidence, but that's only going to create more like someone could be burning a hotel down. Someone could be a hotel owner. It could completely destroy their company or their business. Someone could be just like underneath they're just really angry. They might be super reserved in person, like you couldn't tell at all. But this underneath them, King of Pentacles, King of Swords. Underneath it, they have like this fire. Very secretive. A lot of this is like, this could have to do with money. Sacrifices for money. All right, I'm going to leave it there because I'm, oh, let me get a patron saint card. What patron saint do we have for Lindsay? Saint Nicholas. And it's Christmas time. I can't believe it. Oh my god. It's Christmas time in America. Whatever other parts of the world celebrate Christmas here. It's Christian, right? And this is the complete opposite. This would be the celebration of the birth of Christ, Jesus. It says December the 6th. So her birthday could be on December 6th. I can't believe it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't believe it. And then this split like this, and it says Saint Margaret Mary is October 17th. It says patron of those suffering with serious illnesses. And it mentioned kidney disease. And then here it says Saint Joseph, March the 19th. And the spirit box said March. And it says patron of fathers. So this is about a father and a mother. The mother could have serious kidney disease and is suffering from the serious illness. And the father Obviously something about the month of March. I can't believe that. I'm just gonna leave it out like that. I'll even read them just because I can't believe that March came up, and then serious illness, and the spirit box mentioned kidney disease and March, and it's affiliated with Saint Mary, Margaret Mary, and Mary is the mother, like, right, Mother Mary, even though Margaret is not the mother of Christ, but it still symbolizes. But it says here Jesus made special promises to Margaret Mary. Okay, so that's important to know. Okay, I'm going to read both because Joseph is the father. Joseph is the father of Jesus. So it's almost like the mother father here. Okay. And this, St. Nicholas, the card that popped out is the patron of children, December the 6th. So something about December the 6th is very significant here. Nicholas gave all of his money to assist the poor, the sick, and children in need. See? She's a very giving person. She was raised to be giving. She was raised not to judge people. And unfortunately, she didn't listen to her intuition or her judgment. She didn't want to judge people. She didn't want to be prejudiced. She didn't want to, like, be rude about someone's faith, belief, or like a group. Maybe she thought, like, yeah, she didn't want to be judgmental. Okay. He often helped others in secret. See, she was helping these people in secret. She could have been friends with these people. Hatred, yeah. They really had ghost light, yeah. She had a light within her. She had that spiritual light, that divine spark. She still has it. She's very special. She's like an earth angel. Wow. It says he often helped others in secret. That means that she was helping these people in secret. Like, no one in her family may have known that she was, like, helping these people or being kind with them or hanging out with them or, like, exploring their ideas and their religion or, like, whatever it was. Nicholas was sent to live in a monastery and became one of the youngest priests ever. She was very young. Spell. They did spells. Thank you. They just spell work. So spell work is like writing, right? So I'm reading this, right? I could cast a spell on you by telling you lies. So lies are technically spells. So when we lie to people, we're casting spells on them because they're believing something that's not true. You were trying to trick them. So this was spell work was done on her. Words, things were said, lies were said to her for her to believe that these people were kind and loving and all that stuff. Nicholas was sent in to live. Okay, the monastery also mentioned that's a church.
Lively.
Lively. She's very lively.
8 letters.
8 letters. Lively. Well, that's 6 letters, but okay. 8 letters. Lindsey. No, that's 7. Okay, I don't know, 8 letters. That could be significant for someone. Nicholas dedicated his life to serving God and others. So she believed in God and she served others. Earthly in the 4th century, he was made a bishop. It was said that St. Nicholas could nurse sick children back to health and even raise them from the dead. Wow. Wow. She really, really helped people. She was like a caretaker. She got this after her mother. And the reason why is because if her mother has kidney disease or kidney failure or any issues with her kidneys, she would be more inclined to help others because she watched her mother suffer. Watched her mother suffer. His feast day, December the 6th, is still the main day for gift giving in much of Europe. So this could have happened in Europe as well, not just in the States, United States, but I can't believe that it's St. Nicholas and it's Christmas time. This is, again, Saint Margaret Mary, and I'm going to read it to you. You see she's got the heart of Christ. Again, October 17th is her feast day. She's the patron of those suffering.
Slipped through the cracks.
Yeah, she slipped through.
Joyful.
Yeah, she was very joyful. You are very joyful, Lindsay. And I witness you and I see you here at this moment. And I recognize your suffering and I'm really sorry. And I know that other people will receive this message and hopefully take it as a warning. Your story is a lesson for all. She's a patron of those suffering with serious illness. Again, representative of the kidney failure, or again, the mother figure here. Margaret Mary of Alquay was crippled by a disease at age 8. So this was a sick mother. She might have a very sick mother. Our Lady cured Margaret Mary at age 15. Again, I can't believe they're mentioning the age of 15, and Spirit Box said the age 16. And they keep saying, I think they said the number 8 as well. And she became a visitation nun. I think I mentioned something about a nun, like someone looking pure. Jesus showed Sister Margaret Mary 4 visions of his Sacred Heart. Oh, sorry, I have to bleep that out. Margaret Mary was crippled by disease at age 8. Our Lady cured Margaret Mary at age 15, and she became a visitation nun. Jesus showed Sister Margaret Mary 4 visions of his Sacred Heart. Jesus made special promises to Margaret Mary, revealing the abundance of his love and telling her how he would help those who honor his Sacred Heart. His sister Mary Margaret died in 1690 and was canonized in 1920. So she was cured, and then she became a visitation nun to visit others. Jesus showed her Sister Margaret Mary 4 visions of his Sacred Heart. That's why she's got the heart here. Jesus made special promises to Margaret Mary, revealing the abundance of his love and telling her how he would help those who honor his Sacred Heart. So I feel like she was lured in with this idea that they would help her to either find because it has to do with the heart, to help her find healing in her heart because of all the tragedy, like the suffering her mom had been through and all the things that maybe she had emotionally been dealing with. And this idea of collective oneness and love and being accepted into a group.
By levitation.
By levitation, oh my gosh.
Evelyn.
Evelyn? Okay. This is St. Joseph, feast day, March the 19th. Again, March was mentioned, patron of fathers. St. Joseph is the father of Jesus, or again, the man who took on the responsibility asked by God to be the father. Joseph was a carpenter in Nazareth when he was betrothed to Mary, Mother Mary, the Sacred Mother, but not yet living with her. An angel told him that she was pregnant with the Son of God. The angel said, "Do not be afraid to make Mary as your wife. You are to name her child Jesus." After Jesus was born, an angel spoke.
Tragic sight.
Yeah, see, there was a tragic. Chris. Someone named Chris could be involved here. After Jesus was born, an angel spoke to Joseph in a dream, told him to flee with the Holy Family to Egypt. So there could have been some sort of warnings. Again, God warns us, and she could have seen this, but didn't take the heed, didn't take the warning. And this is another thing about intuition and listening to your gut instinct about things. If God will show you things before they happen, and many times we ignore them. And I think in this case, she ignored them because she was just more focused on being a good person. And again, I will repeat this: no good deed goes unpunished. And I'm not saying that good deeds are bad. We shouldn't be doing good things. But what I'm saying is many times we think we're doing a good deed for somebody, and that person is actually manipulating us to use us in some way. After Jesus was born, so the angel, she received some sort of dream. Something told her to flee this holy family, this fake holy family. Later, they returned to Nazareth, where Joseph worked hard to take care of his beloved Mary and Jesus. But she didn't listen. She just continued on. So March, October, and especially December are very key here. So it would be winter into spring is very key in this storyline here. There's a lot of different messages. I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to keep going because this is just wild. I just can't believe all the different confirmations that came up. I hope that this message helped whoever needs to hear it. I hope that everyone that listens to this reading takes it as a warning. I hope that you don't look at tarot readings or psychic channelings, if you want to call them psychic. I don't really like calling myself psychic, to be honest. I feel like the word doesn't really describe what it is. I am just a gifted. I was gifted by God with certain gifts, and I utilize certain things to prove my gifts are real. So that's kind of, these are just tools for me to prove that these gifts are real, and they help me to receive certain messages, right? I like art. I'm an artist, so these visuals really help me to tap into what I'm already picking up. Excuse me. So I'm gonna leave it here.
Permute.
Permute. Okay, you guys can look up any of these words if you don't understand them. Like this word, I've never heard this permute. I don't know what that even means, so I apologize. I'm not like a scholar, but yeah. So if you would like, share, and subscribe, I really believe that these messages are for everybody. I don't think that just one person should listen, because every single story in tarot, or whoever is reading them, or whoever is providing a message, it's a warning. This is a warning. So even if this has already occurred to someone else that is no longer with us, it is still a warning for those that are with us that may tragically end up in the same position, dealing with cult-like groups, dealing with people. You should never keep secrets from your family. You should never keep secrets.
Detachment spells.
Yeah.
Boat. Red.
Oh, so yeah, there was a boat. Remember I was mentioning the dock or a boat or something? Eight. Yeah, I can't believe it. The number 8, where was that? It was on Mary. Margaret Mary was crippled by a disease at the age of 8. And it's also the infinity symbol. So the number 8, or the
1980s.
1980s. Okay, so they were born. She was born in the 1980s, or this could have happened in the 1980s, possibly. Anyway, so what's interesting about the detachment spells is that what a detachment spell is, like if it's a cult, oh, your family doesn't mean well.
To haunt places. Community.
Yeah, they haunt the community. Your family doesn't mean well. Oh, like, for example, oh, like when you're around your family, it just seems like they don't want you to be a part of this group, and we're just here to help you, and we're really your family. Like when they tell you things like, oh, it just seems like your father doesn't really want the best for you, and they put you in this kind of triangulated mindset, this gaslighting, where like your family loves you, and that they're there to help you, and they're giving you good advice, but then other people convince you they're not. That's gaslighting. That's manipulation. Especially someone vulnerable. Or let's say that someone didn't have good family, for example. They didn't really have a good support system. And then, oh, well, like if your family found out you're hanging out with a group of people and you're joining a new religion or like something like that, and they might say, I don't know about this. And then your community goes, this new community you're a part of goes, oh, see, they just don't want you to be happy. Like it's this, again, it's passive aggressively manipulating you to convince you that everybody around you doesn't want the best for you. The only people that do is this cult group, or this occult group, or this like dark group. All right, I'm gonna get off because this energy is really heavy and I need to go make lunch. Okay, talk to you later, guys. Bye. Oh man, sounds like a heavy ass message.